Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video of mine. I'm so happy to finally be able to sit down and film something. I'm not wearing any makeup anymore because it's already quite late at night, so also sorry for the lighting, this is the best I can do. But I really wanted to film this. I've been literally complaining to my friends that I have to film it. So, oh gosh, let me adjust it. So I'm very excited to actually sit down and do this. This is the only time I actually get to film this. I'm in my midst of exam weeks. So I don't know how much time I have left before February, but it's my 2019 K-pop album challenge tag thing. I bought a lot of albums, a lot, but most of them were actually 2019 releases. So I looked through all of my shelves and picked out all of the albums for all the questions, and I added one more question in for in the end. But I've written all of them down, so just let's get started, because I feel like this is otherwise going to be such a long video. The first question is, favorite full-length album? I have two picked out. The first one is ateez Epfin All to Action Treasure. I have the black version. I still want to get the white one, but I only have the black right now. ateez is definitely a group I got more into this year. I still like them from the beginning, but especially this year I got so much more into them. So me and my friends, we all got this when it came out. I had to have the black version as the only one in my friend group, and it was actually my favorite concept with pictures, so I'm really happy. I really liked it. It's definitely more of it has a lot of slow paced songs, so it was really happy to listen to it more at the end of the year. And Wonderland was such a amazing title track, like, can't explain. I really loved the title track. And the other one I picked out was Follow from Monsta X. They're also a group that I really got into this year, and my bias is wonho, so I'm still kind of upset about it, but I loved this album. So I have his lyric book. I literally loved all the B-sides that I don't normally have with a lot of groups, so I was very happy about it. I have 3 versions, and I'm just showing this one because it's the lightest version. Let me quickly see the track list. I really like Find You. I really like Mirror and also See You Again. Definitely the more sad songs. But I love them so much, and I can't wait to find the final copy to finish this series. So yeah, it was a really good full-length album. At least I'm treating it as a full-length album. So favorite mini albums. This pile is a little bit bigger because most of these albums I classify as mini albums. So the first thing, I don't even know if it was released this year. I believe it was this year, but it is Woosung's Wolf. I really wanted to pick Red as well, but it's a single, and the questions don't have single albums. But Woosung's Wolf, I saw the Rose this year live, and it was amazing, and I'm so happy. I was contemplating whether or not to get it at first. I really wanted someone to get it for my birthday, but no one did, so I ended up buying it myself. Just look how amazing it is. If you're wondering where all my CDs are, they're all in a big CD holder, so I can easily get to the albums without knocking all over my shelves, because it always happens. My favorite tracks are definitely Wolf and Moon and Face. I really love them, and I also really like the packaging, and Woosung is my bias. He's one of my favorite male idol voices, so I was really happy he got a first single on the album. Oh my god, first album on its own. Then the next one is a group I've been standing for so long, just from the beginning on. And it's oneus, and this is their album Fly With Us. And I was so happy about this release. I always like it when they bring out more music. I don't know if Races was this year or last year, but it was my favorite album of them. But I was really happy they just did 1 copy instead of 2, because it's so hard to get both copies. So, oh, I love it. My favorite is definitely Lit and Blue Sky. I love it, and I also love that they keep their packaging consistent, so it looks really nice on the shelves. And they deserve so much more recognition as a rookie group. I know they're up against Tomorrow by Together and ateez, but they deserve so much better, not gonna lie. Then also another one is X1, their first mini album. I recently picked it up right after they disbanded. It was on my to-get list, and when they disbanded, I finally bit the bullet and ordered it, because I was really scared it was going to go out of print. So I ordered it. It actually came in very quickly. I loved all of their music. Definitely Flash and You Gotta Go are 2 of my favorite songs of the album. And I'm just so sad they had to disband because of all the rumors going around in the group, and their own companies just didn't want to go through with them. But I loved it, and if I ever see the black version, I'm definitely gonna get it when it's around. I just was very happy I could still get one of their albums. Then also, another group I really got into this year. I feel like a lot of most of my favorite groups I really got into this year. It's NCT in general, but it's NCT We Boom, their album. At first, I actually didn't really like it. I just picked it up because I wanted to complete my NCT or just keep up with the releases. So I just got one copy at a time, and I ended up buying the second copy as well because I love this so much. It grew on me so much. Favorite songs are definitely Boom and Dear Dream Run. So amazing. I really love the Dreamies. I really hope they will be a fixed unit because so many people have to leave this year. I really love the Dreamies, and it was such a good album. And I really want more friends who like the Dreamies as well. And the last one in this category is Wavy, Take Over the Moon. It just came in yesterday. I was really waiting to film this video because I was waiting for 2 albums, but one is on cancelling. It isn't going to be delivered anytime soon, and that was Rebooth by Golden Child. Also one of my favorite full-length albums. Totally forgot to say that because I don't have a physical release in here. I really hope it will get to me anyways. But this was also one of the cancel lists because it wasn't going to arrive anytime soon. But it arrived like 2 days ago, so I picked it up. I love Wavy, their new album, Love Talk. Literally, it doesn't matter if it's the English version or the Chinese version. It has been on repeat. It's literally my second most played song on Spotify, besides Answer from ateez. But, oh my god, I've been in love with it. This is an album I've been listening to so much on the train to school and studying with. Literally, they deserve so much more love and recognition for what they get online. So if you have the money laying around, please pick it up if you still can. Because it's such a beautiful album, first of all. It's red. And I love red albums. And just so beautiful. And also the songs. Like I said, Love Talk is definitely one of my favorites. And also King of Hearts and Moonwalk. They're so good. So the next question is favorite repackage. And I was thinking, did I actually like any repackages? I looked at my shelves and I just couldn't find any repackages of this year. So I feel like, at least for what I have gotten around to or what I've heard, I haven't really heard a lot of new repackages. So I left that one open. Most anticipated release was definitely Persona by BTS. If you don't know me or you just clicked on it, BTS is my old group, so I was really anticipating this album. This is also why I didn't put it in my favorite mini albums, because I wanted to put it here. But again, it was one of my favorite mini albums. It was so highly anticipated, not gonna lie. Boy With Love, not my favorite song, but I really like Dynamics, Microcosmos, and Jungkook. I really love it. I have all 4 versions of it standing in my room. I really like the packaging. I wish it was the same height as the Love Yourself series because it looks so terrible right now. But anyways, it's really a really good album. I feel like people were saying it was so overrated because it has Boy With Love with Halsey, and they just assumed everything on the album was like that song, but it was definitely not. So if you haven't given a listen to it because you just don't like BTS or you don't like big hits, please at least listen to the B-sides because it was really good. So that was literally my most anticipated. Also, Follow Find You was also a really anticipated one for me, but I already talked about that. And then least favorite album packaging is now. I have 2. The first one is Pink Punch by Rocket Punch. I don't mind the book packaging, but I hated the plastic that came in with it because the official sticker is on that plastic and you had to cut it open to get your album out. The plastic is somewhere in my room, but it's made my album storage a pain in the ass, so I just store it like this. But I just hate albums within plastics. Horrible. And the other one, it's literally the same problem. It's 17 a note because it's an envelope, and the envelope is really soft, so it gets damaged really easily. You have to store it in the plastic that came with it, so you have to open up 2 plastics to get to your album. And that's one of my complaints. I always feel like when I'm talking about my least favorite packaging, it's always something from 17. And I don't even hate them. I really like them, but still, I'm not a fan of the packaging. Let's just say it like that. Then, favorite non-K-pop album. Not gonna lie, I haven't been keeping up with a lot of Western artists, but I've Fine Line by Harry Styles. I loved this so much. If you don't know, I was a hardcore directioner, and I still am a directioner. I'm going to see Louis this year with my best friend, or a friend of mine, and oh my god, so much releasing of One Direction songs and things this year, with Niall and Harry last year, Niall this year, Louis this year. I'm so happy, but I have a copy of Fine Line. Not my favorite packaging at all for Western artists. If you're a Western artist, please do a book packaging like One Direction has been doing, or just do a jewel case, because this cardboard packaging gets damaged so easily. You just don't want to know how badly knocked up my Niall Horan album looks. But this was definitely my favorite non-K-pop artist release. And favorite solo release, Chang'e, but I don't have the physical copy here. So yeah, Chang'e was definitely a favorite solo artist release of mine. And also, let me think. I don't really listen to a lot of solo artists in general. I don't know if did Holland his first album came out this year. I believe so. I really loved his first album. I probably am forgetting so much, and I'm so sorry for that. If I can think of it, I will leave it in the comments down below. I'm trying to rush a little bit through this video. Also, so sorry for them. Groups I started studying this year, or yeah, last year. Like I said, I got really more into ateez. I've been an ateez since the beginning, but I really got into them this year. Monsta X, I also really got into them this year. NCT as well. When I finally picked my bias, I really got into them. Emo and He. Yes, I will mention them later on as well. But Emo and He, I really got into this year. Let me look at my shelves. Turn them by together. They're right there. I really love their second album with Runaway. Oh my gosh, amazing. Super Junior, Shiny, really got into them this year as well. I've been really doing my best trying to get into more second gen groups, but it's been hard. So Super Junior and Shiny also. So that. And then albums I would recommend. I have two. Of course, everything I mentioned here I recommend. But I have two more to go. So the first one is Super M, their first album. I just grabbed one of the copies that was easily to grab for me, so it's the marked version, and it's the American release. If you know me, I was not a fan of Super M and the whole way they were marketed and why they were created. I really didn't like that, so I really tried to avoid shopping for so long. And then I listened to this, and then Mark Lee came through, and now I own 3 copies. 2 American release press and 1 Korean release press. So I would recommend it, even though you're like me, you do not agree with the way they were formed. And also, if you're not, I've always said it sounds a little like the EXO music. I've never been a really big fan of EXO. I really like their more recent, like Tempo, Obsession. But I don't know if I can count it for, Obsession as well. And Love Shot, really love them. Dropping is somewhere in that alley, so I really love that. And another album I really want to give some shout out to is Awesome Up by MONT. I met them in a fan sign this year, so that's why I have a signed copy of it. But oh my gosh, this is such a cute album, and I really hope there are going to be more releases this year, and I also hope they will get more of the recognition they deserve this year. Because they really do deserve it. They're so cute, they're so humbled, and so sweet. And I wanted to edit one more question, and they are the anticipated releases of 2020. Of course, Map of the Soul 7. I wasn't the biggest fan of Black Swan. I like the message and I like the lyrics, but I'm just not the biggest fan of rap heavy music. So that's why I didn't really like it. I always feel like I have to specify that why I didn't like it. But Map of the Soul 7, really high anticipated. I am being craving new BTS music. Treasure Epilogue. I just got an email that I can finally pick my copy up, so that will be here soon. Really, oh my gosh, I loved it so much. I can't say it was like an anticipated release because I already have it. And just in general, I hope Monsta X brings more music out. I really hope LSD brings more Mons brings more music out. LSD, an amazing rookie group, I hope they bring more music out as well. And I just want to see also more things of Wavy. Just please. And of course, wonus and Rose. And I feel like that was everything. I really rushed through it, even though it's like 15 minutes long. But I just hope you guys liked it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and leave a comment down below. And definitely tell me what your favorite album of last year was. I would like to know, because I want to get into more music as well this year. So just leave that down below for me. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!